Welcome to the PHNX Bets Daily Podcast, presented by the DraftKings Sportsbook app, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. On this March Madness Thursday kickoff show, I'm Johnny Venerable, joined by Mr. Espo in studio. Espo, thanks for hopping on today.
Yeah, was that woo because Shane's not here? That's what I figured.
It's very celebratory. Shane is in Vegas yet again. He might as well establish residency there because I feel like he's been there more than he has been in Arizona, but he's taken in the tournament. I'm happy for him, taking in some sports books, but we will persevere with our picks because we're excited about the kickoff of March Madness.
I believe it's called a tip-off, Johnny. It's basketball.
What did I say? Kickoff?
You said a kickoff.
We're kicking off our coverage of March Madness with a tip-off show. Yeah, big tournament today. Games are already underway. Hopefully you guys have dabbled at the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use that promo code PHNX. Shane is dogging on my hair. This is a man who's been up since 6 a.m. that has not showered. You throw the little product in, you do a deodorant shower, and you move forward.
Hey, Shane went to bed at 6 a.m. and hasn't showered either, so don't feel too bad. Look, can I let you in on a little secret?
Yes, please.
I watched my first few minutes of college basketball this morning. So I'm primed to make some good picks here.
So what is your alma mater? Where did you go to school?
I graduated from the University of Arizona. I also went to Marquette University as well. So
you've got prestigious universities that are represented in this tournament.
Yes.
My alma mater, Illinois State University, they have the longest Missouri Valley Conference drought for the NCAA tournament since 1998. And so very, very disappointing every year, NIT bound.
I have them winning the tournament, so I should probably go redo my bracket.
Oh, good times. When I was in college in Panama City Beach, I came inside. They were playing in the MVC tournament. They were up in the championship game by maybe 7 or 8 with 3 minutes left and promptly blew it on CBS. That's the closest we have gotten. We're not here to talk about the Redbirds. We're here to talk, first of all, about my unbelievably hot streak to begin this week with regard to your bread and butter, the NBA. I think I am 9 of my last 10 when picking the game line straight up. We're not including props on this because they're tasty little nuggets, but we're not gonna beat ourselves up for not missing something that's plus 550. The Nuggets minus 6.5. That was an easy pick for me, Espo, as was the 76ers bouncing back minus 2.5. They won big, and they're a team that had lost, I think, 3 in a row. Harden wasn't playing particularly well. Embiid was banged up. And then, of course, your bread and butter, the Suns, continue these just robust numbers as favorites. They continue to hit. I believe they were like minus 13 the other day, minus 11 last night. They did cover. So, it's been a very profitable week from an NBA standpoint. I hope it carries over to our college basketball coverage.
You're really going to take a victory lap for choosing 3 of the easiest games on the NBA schedule yesterday to pick? Like that was not like you took any massive swings there to the shock and awe of all the PHNX Bets daily audience there.
I am like, who's a great baseball player who just gets up there? I'm Craig Biggio. I'm going up there. I'm hitting doubles every chance I get. I am not swinging for the fences. Listen, I thought the Suns were one of the safer bets last night, and I was rewarded as they promptly stomped a mud hole into Houston. I have decided to never bet the Lakers again. That has helped this recent win streak.
Why would you have ever bet them ever? Anyway,
well, because I thought there'd be a sense of urgency, and then I show my pick cowards. Listen, young man, if you are not available to be on the show live from whatever premier hotel that you and your folks are at, I'm not going to give you the due credit of showing your picks. Fine, Jacob, if you've got them, flash Shane's picks on the screen quickly. He also, I believe, went 3 for 3. First of all, he copied my Sixers bet, which whatever, that's fine. You want to just, I get my picks in at the crack of dawn. He copies them. He prospers because of it. Hornets money line hit. So congratulations. Shane and I have had a good week. I've had a better week, but he and I are, I think, as a combined pairing, which he brings my average down, we're over 80% this week. And for those of you who don't know, professional bettors are over 60%.
I still think you guys picked really easy games. Like this was not rocket science what you selected yesterday.
Well, here's the problem with your NBA, and I'm going to go on my soapbox here, and we talk about it on the show regularly. The NBA is difficult to bet because of the fact that so many guys take quarters off, take games off. The Suns routinely, they're a dicey proposition because of the fact they are up so much in late in games, end of third quarter, beginning of fourth quarter. We have had multiple props be busted by them. They take the foot off the gas. So what may seem like easy to you is not easy for us on the professional betting scene. We have to comb through all of these treacherous territories to get to a point where I'm not going to apologize for being 9 of my last 10.
Hey, I'm still the guy that made over $3K betting first buckets in Suns games. So come talk to me when you hit that level, my friend. All right.
All right. Well, for now, we're going to focus on college basketball. And I want to remind college basketball fans, join the action on the court during the biggest tournament of the year with DraftKings Sportsbook. Turn your team's victory into your own big win. New customers can bet just $5 on any team to win and get $200 in free bets. Yep, it's that simple. If they win, you win. DraftKings Sportsbook customers can also bet on college hoops with same-game parlays. Just like we talked about, combine multiple bets from the same game for an even bigger payout. The more legs you add, the more money you can win. DraftKings is safe, secure, reliable, and best of all, you can deposit and withdraw your cash whenever you want. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use that promo code PHNX, bet $5 on any college hoops team to win, and you get $200 in free bets. It's that simple. 21 and over, though. Arizona only. Gambling problem. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. New customer only. Minimum $5 deposit required. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. All right, Mr. Espo.
I was just going to say, I did learn one thing. If you have no money in your DraftKings account, you can't withdraw anything. So just a heads up for those of you wondering, just so you know.
It's very true. Ask Shane about that. He's very well knowledgeable on negative funds. The tournament is ongoing. Michigan was a popular pick this morning to beat Colorado State. They had a slow start in the first half, ended up winning by I think 12. Everybody shit over Providence. Upwards of the last couple days, they did beat South Dakota State. So I would say there hasn't been any huge surprises, Espo. But my ask of you is, what do you like on the docket for this afternoon, this evening?
Yeah, for me, it comes down to when you look at it, I'm always going to bet a 12 seed and take the points because 5-12 matchups usually lead to upsets. So I want to take New Mexico State plus 6.5, Indiana plus 2.5. It's ripe. One of these teams will win outright, so that's why I take them. Then Marquette, I mentioned it. I got an affinity for them. They're a 9 seed. There's always a lot of 8, 9. They're not really upsets. This is basically an even game, so I'll take Marquette in the points. And then I'm not a huge UCLA fan, so I'm going to take Akron plus 13.5. I don't think Akron beats UCLA, but I think it's within 13.5 there.
You are fading a lot of my picks. It's going to be interesting. First of all, UCLA, I think, is one of the more underrated teams in the Pac-12 this year. I talked to Shane about that the other day. I think they have been biding their time for this moment. I like them as a sneaky candidate to get to the Elite Eight, maybe even the Final Four. So, Jacob, if we have my picks, I love UCLA to roll today as a heavy favorite, minus 13.5. I think they cover that against an Akron team. They're fine, whatever. Minimal travel for UCLA up into Portland. I think they take care of business. They were one of my favorite teams to watch this year in the Pac-12. And then UNC fresh off just stomping a mud hole into Coach K and Duke's ass during his last game. Cameron. I always forget what the arena is called. I think they are grossly undervalued in this tournament. They are an 8 seed that could conceivably, with their talent level, be a 4 or 5 seed. And so with all due respect to Marquette, who's lost 12 games this year, I am all over the Tar Heels at -3.5. And then on the flip side, Iowa remains one of my favorite teams in this entire tournament. They're playing a Richmond team that I don't believe has the size up front to deal with them. I think Iowa, right now, I've got them penciled to get to the Final Four. One of the best teams, Espo, for the last 6 to 7 weeks in college hoops. Only Gonzaga has played more consistent basketball than the Iowa Hawkeyes. And then Georgia State, I'm going to take a flyer here. I like Georgia State to cover the +23. Of course, I'm not picking them outright. I wanted to pick one big dog to play a close game. Georgia State is the one I'm going for. Outside of that, Gonzaga is going to take care of business, but maybe it's like a 10 to 15 point game in the fourth quarter in the second half.
Grow a set and pick the money line. Come on.
I will not. So the tournament is ongoing again. Providence, Michigan, big winners. Tennessee and Longwood right now are neck and neck. Iowa just tipped off. So if you can get Iowa as a heavy favorite right now via the DraftKings Sportsbook app, I would recommend you do that. Upset alert looks like 9/8 with Memphis up big 14 against Boise State. I know a lot of people liked Memphis in that game. And then Baylor taking care of business as a 1 seed. A lot of people think of fraudulent on 1 seed over Norfolk State. Tomorrow, we've got a robust line today. We're hoping to make you a little bit of money, Espo.
Do you know what the mascot for Longwood is?
I don't want to. I don't think I want to know.
They are the Longwood Lancers. So just so you know,
Longwood Lambs, maybe.
They're the Lancers. I appropriately named, I guess. So
Longwood can have a lot of different connotations, so I'm glad they went that route. All right, I'm glad you opted to come and hang out with us today. All the fine people in the chat, especially Egon, who did mention that he thinks I look tall today. That's the beauty of this remote setting. That will give me life throughout the rest of today, Egon. And I'm going to recommend everybody do one thing after they get off the show. Go to PHNXSports.com, become a member. You can rep the phenomenal gorilla shirt that Espo, my man Espo's got via the PHNX merchandise locker. If you become a member for just under $60 for the year, you get a free t-shirt via our PHNX merchandise locker. Also, if you want to dip your toe in, we got so much great content on the site right now. 50 cents for the first month, $8.99 for the subsequent months. We have men on the ground in San Diego, Mr. Bookman, Mr. Iron Mike Luke, to cover their Arizona Wildcats. Espo, you and I were talking off air. Saul, jack of all trades, that GM Saul Bookman.
That's what we'll call it. Yes, jack of all trades. That's what we'll say.
Not a jack of all jackasses, but a jack of all trades. And speaking of jackasses, you can find myself and Mr. Frank Sanders making his return to PHNX Cardinals Live today at 4 p.m. Please, to God, we can get some breaking news as it relates to this sorry-ass franchise. But in the meantime, Espo, where can they find you and your phenomenal content as it relates to PHNX Suns? I am thirsty for some meaty free agent news, and I've got nothing.
Meaty. Look, you can find me heckling Johnny in the comments at PHNX Cardinals. On that show, you can follow me on Twitter at Espo. You can follow the PHNX Suns show at PHNX_Suns. We're just doing the deal. We got a winning franchise, the best team in the NBA, if you will. And we're just having fun with it. So come join us. If you're sick of the bantering between these two jabronis, we got some fun bantering on the PHNX Suns show.
Winners win. The Suns, PHNX Suns, consistently win. I win you money here at PHNX Bets Daily. We will be back tomorrow. Maybe Espo and I, we'll see, to cover day 2 of the NCAA tournament to laud our picks. But in the meantime, be sure like, subscribe, leave us a 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts, and we will see you tomorrow. Happy betting.
Ahoy, hoy.